Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. Today we are talking about working from home, and I'm going to be sharing my best working from home tips. I feel like, well, obviously, a lot of people are now working from home, and I personally have been working home for over 7 years, so I've learned a lot about how to stay productive and get stuff done, not get distracted, not get bogged down by housework and everything like that. So I wanted to do a quick video to kind of share some of those tips. I do have other videos that kind of relate to this whole topic of productivity and stuff, so if you're interested in watching those, I'll link them down below for you. And as always, I also have a blog post that goes along with this video that I'm calling my ultimate working from home guide. And it really details everything that we're talking about here and more. So we're kind of talking about why working from home is hard, areas that you might be distracted. I share my personal schedule, and then also how I'm setting up my space, how I recommend setting up office space, everything like that. So make sure to check out that blog post. And without further ado, let's get started with our tips. My first tip is to treat your job and your work from home situation like you would if you were going to the office. So getting into that kind of mindset, thinking, okay, I'm getting up for the day, I'm going into the office, I'm starting work, that will really help you kind of get in the work mode, and it helps you be a lot more productive. So the first step in that is to set your alarm. And I recommend that you get up when you would normally get up and go to work if you were normally working in an office. So for me, I get up at 6:30, I do my morning routine, and then I'm able to kind of follow my schedule throughout the day. If I was to not get up at my normal time and just kind of roll out of bed, I would A, not feel as productive, and B, I just would always constantly feel like I was behind for the day. And the second step is to get ready for the day. So it's not going to help you to sit in your PJs all day behind your laptop on the sofa. You're definitely not going to be as productive. You're going to get potentially pulled into watching a TV show, or you're just not going to feel like you're in work mode, and you're not going to be able to get as much done. So I really recommend that when you do finish your morning routine, whether it's exercise, eating breakfast, etc., take a shower, get dressed, and get your day going, and it helps you get into the working mindset. So for me, sometimes I do wear leggings all day, but usually I do put jeans on, I put a sweater on, whether I'm filming or not, and I'm just ready to sit down and work, and it helps me take my job a little bit more seriously, and it helps me, again, stay more productive. The next tip is to create a schedule, and this kind of pairs along with basically everything I've been talking about already, but creating a schedule for your day. It doesn't have to be an hour by hour or anything like that, but kind of giving yourself an overall layout of how you want your day to go is gonna help you stay more on track. So for me, I kind of structure my day with the morning. I get up, I take Trevi for a walk, I work out, I take a shower, I eat breakfast, and then I sit down at my desk. I then have a morning chunk of working. I then break that up with an afternoon walk with Trevi, a midday noonish walk with Trevi, and lunch. I then have all afternoon to work, and then again I have my evening walk with Trevi, and then I do maybe an hour-ish extra after that walk, and then call it quits for the day. So I kind of follow the same schedule, even though I'm not doing the same thing every day. I follow a similar schedule every single day, and it helps me structure my days. It helps me know when work time is, when work time isn't, and it helps me just kind of focus on the tasks I need to get done and everything like that. So the next tip is, I really recommend, if you are working from home, it's super important that you still fit in exercise. Working out is such a great way to relieve mental stress, but also help you get really focused and help you stay energized for the day. And now that gyms are closed everywhere, and even if you're watching this in the future and gyms are not closed anymore, if you are working from home, it can be really easy to not fit exercise into your routine. Like I said, I do recommend doing it in the morning. I personally work out in the morning. I think it is the best way to start your day. And everything that I basically do is at home. I run outside, I work out in my living room, and it doesn't take me more than usually 30 to 45 minutes every single day. And it makes a huge difference in how focused I am, how energized I am throughout the day, and how much I can get done during my working hours. I feel so far we've kind of talked about the structure of your day. I want to give you some more specific working from home productivity tips that hopefully will help you stay a little bit more on task and help you not stay as distracted, because it's really easy to get distracted at home. So the first thing is to consider time blocking your day. We've talked a little bit about this philosophy before, but essentially it is creating chunks of time in your day where you are dedicating it to one thing. So rather than scheduling your day out half an hour by half an hour or hour by hour, you set aside, for example, a 3-hour block. So say it's 9 to 12, and you're focusing on getting one thing done. And once you're done that task, you can move on to your next block. It really helps you structure your day. It helps you stay a lot more focused. It helps you prioritize. And what I really like about it is that it also helps me pair similar tasks together so that I can kind of like combine the same mental energy, if that makes sense. Another tip is to plug in. And what I mean by that is like plug into work. If you can be in a distraction-free area in your house, that is ideal. If you can't, then I would recommend getting noise-canceling headphones. If you are somebody that tends to get distracted with whatever's happening around you in your house, whether you have kids home, you have a dog, whatever it is, having noise-canceling headphones can really help you just kind of zone in on work. So I'll link the ones that I recommend down below if you don't already have a pair of noise-canceling headphones, because they can be a game changer. I only have 2 more tips left. The next one is that the housework can wait, because I personally find that that is one of the hardest things to stop doing. I feel like when I'm home, I need to be doing the things that the house needs. So laundry, emptying the dishwasher, taking the dog out, all that stuff. And I tend to get distracted with doing chores. So if that is you and you are personally struggling with like getting mixed with work and housework, I recommend that you set time aside during your day to do the housework. So that could be in the morning, it could be midday, it could be the evening, but don't kind of do these tasks throughout the day. That will really obviously distract you and pull you away from having to get stuff done. And then my last tip is not necessarily productivity focused. It's more of just like a general working from home tip. And it has to do with eating and snacking. So I think that a lot of people struggle with the idea of being home and being super close to the kitchen. So it can be easy to be at your kitchen all the time and snack all the time or eat more than you might normally. So if you are in that scenario, then I recommend you give yourself a little bit of leeway, because it can take a little bit of time to like learn, but also try to think about having snacks that are super nutritious and will fill you up. So instead of having things on hand that are like chips and pretzels and crackers and things that are just kind of like mindless munchies, have something that's a little bit more substantial for your snack. Make sure that it has protein, make sure that it has healthy fats, and make sure that it actually like fills you up and it actually satisfies you, because that will mean that you aren't going to be reaching for another snack because you're already full. So things that I recommend are having protein bars around. Maybe it's having like fruit and almond butter. Maybe it's having chopped up veggies and hummus. It could also be having like a mini meal if that's going to be more filling to you, roasted vegetables with tahini or something like that. Something that's going to be a little bit more substantial. If that method doesn't work for you and you are somebody that just like loves to have like little snackies on hand, I would recommend that you pre-portion your snacks out. So whether it's putting them in individual bags or portion containers, or if you can just like put them in a bowl, take them over to your desk, and that is all that you snack on. So you don't bring the whole bag of chips over, you don't bring the whole box of crackers over. That can lead to just like mindless snacking. So that's pretty much it in terms of my working from home tips that I wanted to cover today. As I said, I do have a blog post that goes along with this video that details everything else that we talked about and so much more. It's like 2,000 words. It's basically a novel, but I tried to pour everything that I have learned about working from home into the post so that you can hopefully get some good little nuggets of knowledge and tips for you. If you have any questions as you're going through this new work from home process, or if there are any tips that you personally use that have really worked for you, I would love for you to share that in the comments so that we can all kind of learn from each other. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you want to see more working from home or anything like that type of content, let me know as well in the comments. And like I said in the beginning, everything that you need is linked down in the description box, so you can check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe out there. Don't forget to subscribe before you go by clicking the red button right below this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.